What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Insurrection Inc. podcast. We want to thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy the show.
There he is.
All right, and welcome to the We Can't Get Anything Right podcast. This is our third time trying to fucking record today, and we have a serious episode in the works, but we're gonna record that at another time.
Not
I don't
today.
know when this is gonna go up. Yeah, not at the time of recording this. It's probably gonna go up before this, but now you know what happened after that, I guess. But anyway, so we're just doing a chill little episode tonight. We got Monty, we got Peter, we got Porter, we got Stratty, we got me. Recognizable, annoying voice, so you know who I am. And so we're just gonna dick around a little bit. One of the ideas is talk a little bit about firearms. We got some people here that are knowledgeable about it. Stratty, Monty, me. We got Peter who can tell us a little bit about Canada and how weird it is.
Yeah.
And then we have the dirty no gun Porter who knows jack shit about guns and is really eager to learn today.
The podcast is Resident Communist.
I should have seen that one coming. I deserve that one.
There are no
Go
guns
on.
in
Teach me about
Ancomistan.
guns.
Yeah, nope.
And
Only the
Cambodia.
workers have guns, but the workers are dead, so whoops.
Under no pretense. Shall. I don't remember the rest of the quote.
Oh, he's
Just
quoting
the-
Marx to us. He's quoting Marx. But anyway, so I guess we should teach Porter a little bit about the basics, right? Do you know anything about calibers, Porter?
Yeah, I actually do know a little bit about calibers.
So do you know what caliber an AR-15 shoots?
There's 223 and 556, right?
Correct, but also wrong.
Wait, did you say our AR?
What did I get right? What did I get wrong?
You got it right that a standard AR-15 does shoot 223/556, which are actually not interchangeable entirely.
Oh,
Because
let me
of the
just interrupt you.
yeah, what's up?
Have y'all ever seen the massive hole that a 22 LR makes? Like, that hole's massive. It's like the size of like a couple, like a whole hamburger. It's massive, you know? This is why they want to ban guns, because 22 LR just makes these massive holes.
22 LR actually bounces around in your skull when you get shot with it, so that's why it's really deadly. And it is the best home defense round. I mean, all you need is a 22 and a shotgun. You're a home invader in the middle of the night. Never keep it loaded. Never keep it loaded. You want to rack the slide on the shotgun, so you scare away any home invaders.
But like real quick,
Ideally, it
on the
should actually...
15
Yeah.
calibers though. Like people shit on 9mm AR-15 calibers. Like people shit on those a lot. If you can figure those guns out, you can make it practically a fucking machine gun with how fast that shit fires.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, so no. So
Just putting that
5.56
out there.
Yeah, 5.56 and 2.23 are not interchangeable because of the way the barrels are designed. So 5.56 actually is loaded a little hotter, so there's a little bit more gunpowder in there. So if you try to put a 5.56 in a barrel designed for 2.23, you could mess up your gun a little bit, and it could get a little wonky. But if you have a 5.56 barrel, you're safe to shoot both. So my AR has a 5.56 barrel, so I can cheap out and buy 2.23 because 2.23 is always a little cheaper. But anyway, 2.23 usually runs a little cheaper. But ARs, the thing about ARs is they are Lego sets. So if you have the right upper, you can use the same lower for anything, but I could switch out. And as long as the magazine is thinner than a 5.56 magazine, you can switch out the upper and put in a 9mm upper into your AR, and you can load in 9mm magazines and shoot 9mm out of your AR.
Don't they make specific 9mm rifles too, though?
They do,
You can.
which will work better. It will be more reliable because the magazine will actually be designed to be put in there. But in reality, you can put whatever the hell you want on an AR upper. This is the beauty of ARs, is that with 2 pins, you can take the entire gun apart in a few seconds. Once you own a gun,
so I
you
know a little
realize
bit about the calibers. What are like the pros and cons of the common ones?
the pros and cons of the common ones. Well, usually when you want to talk power, power does not matter as much as long as you're not shooting a 22. Because unlike Peter's joking FUD statements, a 22 is an incredibly weak round. and
Yes, it is.
I would not rely on my life for that.
I wouldn't
Once
either.
you get into
know
the
that.
actual shit,
I knew that much. Yeah.
keep
going.
Once you
though.
get
They
to the
call
actual shit, like,
22s P shooters. Like,
mhm.
if I pulled out a 22
Yeah, it's like a
pistol
varmint
and shot-
round.
yeah, if I shot someone with a 22 pistol, all they're gonna do is like go down, sure, but they're not gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, if you shoot him in the right place, but in a high stress situation, it's so unlikely that it's not really going to happen. And the issue that comes with that is that 22s are also very unreliable because of how low power the round is. So the slide is not always going to go all the way back and reload a round. So you can have a lot of jamming if you don't have the proper 22 loaded in there. So it's really just something for plinking and shooting small game like squirrels.
I was about to
If
say
you're in a-
22s are probably the best guns to train with. Like if you don't know much about guns and you're new to it, I would say get a 22 pistol and a 22 rifle and work
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
the best for children too.
You
Yeah,
see,
that's what
it's
my dad
lower
told me.
I would
recoil too,
agree
right?
with it.
Very
incredibly
much so.
low recoil.
Anyone
It's-
can shoot a 22.
It's like an air rifle. But I actually would not, unless you're a child, I would not recommend training with a 22. I would actually
yeah, but-
suggest starting with a 9mm. Because you want to train with what you're going to use the most. And recoil is something you get used to very quickly. So a 9mm doesn't have the same recoil as, say, a 10mm, which is something about 10mm. If you have a Glock 20, which is loaded in 10mm, you can take down a bear with it. That is how strong that handgun round is.
That's sick, actually.
But it is. So you have two choices. If you want to have a bear gun, you either have a 44 Magnum revolver or a Glock 20 and 10mm. I would recommend a Glock 20 because that has a lot of rounds in it, more than 6 rounds in a revolver. Oh, Jesus Christ! Why is my internet so shit here?
It's been bad to like in general everywhere.
I know what you're saying, so I'm not like worried about it. It's more
Yeah.
Porter that needs to be able to hear everything you're saying.
Well, also people listening
was-
would be annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be
Well,
helpful.
I
It was
thought
better when I was
I
recording in the
thought-
other place.
I thought the bot can pick up anything.
Sometimes it depends.
Oh,
It picks up Jay a little bit better because he's the one who calls it in. And it's like recording for him.
Yeah.
So sometimes it doesn't pick up his glitches, even though we're still hearing it.
Yeah.
I think we'd be fine as long as Jay's the only one cutting out, wouldn't we?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because I'm not usually the only one cutting out. But anyway, no, I would recommend training with a 9mm because you get used to the recoil very easily, and it's probably what you're going to be using the most. Oh, what the fuck? Who gave him an invite link?
Can we ban him?
How the hell is
Yes,
he?
actually. Let's see, ban him.
Yeah, let's just remember the timestamp of this and cut it out because
I'll be listening to it, so I'll be able to cut it out.
That's ain't gonna be too long of an episode, anyways.
Once
Yeah.
you forget it,
Um,
leave it in.
Trust me, I'm gonna cut out every time Paul joins in. But I don't know, Monty. What's your take? Do you think somebody who's never had experience with guns should start with a 22 or with a 9mm?
Well, as someone who had little experience, I started with mainly like
Oh,
a 9mm, but I just went straight to my AR.
How old were you when you started, though?
Not until I was pretty late teens. On my
Yeah,
own.
See, and I've been shooting guns since I was like 5. So,
Yeah,
like,
if you're, I
that's
think
why-
as a
that's-
kid, it's good to.
Yeah. I started at like
22.
12. Yeah, I started at 12 and I went right in with the 9mm. And I think when you're around that age, that's a good time to start with 9mm. Obviously, with kids, you do want to give them like a 22 rifle because of how light and how little recoil there is.
And
That's
it could just be their rifle, and
be the best bet.
you could teach them safety.
Yeah.
and how to treat it.
Yeah, when it comes to kids, I would recommend 22 rifle. But when it comes to someone who's a teen or older, I would recommend
44
starting with
Magnum.
9mm. Just just
Get
start
the
him out with a
teenagers on the 50 cal already.
just start him off with a 10 gauge shotgun.
Oh my god.
Get them on one of those Beretta 50 cals to have them hold it, not even like solder or fire it.
Yeah, the only
I want
guns
to,
I've
I
ever
want to see
shot
pictures
before.
of 5-year-olds at the shooting range holding 50 cals now.
Yeah, the only guns I've ever shot.
Well, you know,
before-
there's some 5-year-olds that really can't handle it, and they're really good shots.
All right, cool.
Well, imagine a kid pulling a J and setting it like going off in the house. Huge hole in the walls.
Listen,
Oh
you
my god.
know what? I'm not the only person who shot a gun in my house, but I'm the only one who shot a rifle.
Jay, your gun went off in the house?
Did I not show you the picture?
Yeah,
I did
dude,
not know
he
that.
negligent discharge while he was on Skype with a girl he was talking to.
Are you for real? I never knew about this.
Yes.
Listen
So-
to the After Hours episode 1 episode.
Did I talk about it in
Okay.
there?
Yeah, you did.
I completely forgot that episode.
You
But
talk
yeah,
about
Snapchat.
that.
One guy I have on Snapchat
Don't-
messaged me today. He's like, "How drunk was he that he talked about that?" Like asking me about you.
Very.
That's what I told him.
That was. I legitimately remember almost nothing from that.
I know more about gun safety than Jay does.
Oh, fuck.
You just know more about the guns.
It was an accident, okay? I thought I unloaded it, and I wanted to dry fire into the wall to decock.
Yeah, after you were playing around by putting it in your mouth. Retard.
Okay, maybe.
You really did that?
Maybe I have.
Yes.
Maybe I have.
he
Maybe
really
I haven't
violated all the rules of gun safety.
Lucky you're
Like,
alive,
every
dude.
single one.
Okay, you know what?
Jay?
The lesson of the story here is don't be like me. Actually respect your weapon. But I'm a giant clown, so it's different. I
Can
put on a
confirm.
show for the people.
Do you keep it loaded? Both.
Yes. I play around much less with my
Do you-
rifle
Do
after
you
that
sleep
accident.
with? I hope. Do you sleep with the handgun under the pillow?
Yeah, dude, you gotta do James Bond style. That's gun safety number one. It's not uncomfortable at all either. Not at all.
For real?
Where was I? Okay, so yeah, I would suggest starting 9mm, but also like Monty, like he said, you start 9mm, you went right to the AR. And something that surprised me about the first time I shot an AR is how little recoil there is.
Yeah, I've seen little kids shoot it just fine.
I was 8 when I was
Yeah,
shooting an AR.
Yeah, ARs are very manageable rounds.
Yeah,
And-
and to me, someone that doesn't have as much experience.
Yeah,
Oh, that's why, like, the media, like, we gotta admit, the media does a great job of pretty much letting people know how easy AR-15s are to use.
Well, no, sometimes like the reporters who shoot it for the first time, they exaggerate the.
Oh, no.
Like
yeah,
on one
that
hand, they want to
for
say it's
sure.
easy to get, but it's also like so
Yeah, I'm-
powerful that you can't even hold it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
with you there, but I do remember after fucking the Sandy Hook shooting because he used an AR-15 in that shooting, and they talked about how the dude hadn't he was fucking stupid, you know. But even he was able to operate this gun because it was just that easy. It's not that hard for his weak ass to use. They did a good job
That's
of
an advertisement.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying they did a good job of putting that out there. Like the media did a good job of representing the AR-15 in that way. Every other fucking gun, though, holy shit. I've seen them talk about fucking pistols and say it has 200 rounds. I've seen them talk about putting clips in revolvers, and it's, yeah, I mean, if I got to give the media any credit when it comes to guns, they've done a great fucking job when it comes to the AR-15. That's it. That's the only thing I'll give them credit
Okay, gun grabber.
for.
Yeah. Who's the communist now? Yeah. Yeah.
no, strategy is a statist. That's what it is.
No, he's a collectivist.
In blue
No, I'm the
line, baby.
collectivist.
No, Jay's the
Okay,
collectivist.
commie.
Strategy is neocon.
Yeah, I'm neocon. Porter's the communist.
Peter's a
Jay's
mini
the,
statist.
Jay's the Israeli nationalist.
I'm a collectivist.
Okay,
So
cool,
So that's a
fine.
Zionist.
Zionist.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
That's
Jay's
more
the
insulting
Zionist.
than a collectivist. That is more insulting than a collectivist.
Okay, Zionist.
Don't you like the ADL?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So quick tangent from the gun talk.
It's gonna
I
be
got
a
a
permanent
12-hour
tangent,
ban
isn't it?
yesterday on Twitter. No, I got a 12-hour ban on Twitter yesterday because I criticized the ADL and it got marked as hate speech.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
Let me read out the exact tweet, and you'll notice that there was no hate speech in here. I tweeted out. I
You
tweeted
didn't
out
even let them know you're.
at ADL. As a Jew, fuck you guys. Y'all are some bitch ass, no humor, pansy ass sons of bitches that ruin it for the rest of us. And I got a 12-hour ban for that and had to delete the tweet.
Yeah, no surprises there.
Oof.
No, but it's surprising what they marked it for. They said, you may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. I'm insulting my own fucking religion. I'm insulting a group of pansy ass
What
bitches
else
in
are we
my own
supposed to do
fucking
on the
religion.
internet?
Right? On the internet, you're supposed to be racist. I got a fucking 12-hour ban for that. I'm ready to burn down Twitter headquarters because I'm sick of this shit. That is a joke. No, it's not.
Are we allowed to promote violence against people
I was
based on
going to say
profession?
you just said you want to burn down the Twitter headquarters. Now they're coming after you.
Listen, dude, if I wasn't...
He meant it on the Minecraft server. Someone
Yeah,
built
on
a
Minecraft. I'm going to build the Twitter HQ and burn
Yeah.
it down.
It
They
got
also
cut
built
off,
a
though.
POV.
In Minecraft, yeah.
Come on, how many watch lists do you guys think I'm on already? It's got to be at least 5.
I don't know how many watch lists there are.
A lot. That's all I can imagine. As many alphabet soup agencies as there are.
I still can't wait to go to the airport with my family one time and get told I'm not allowed to fly.
I was worried about
Oh,
that
dude,
recently.
I'm waiting for that too.
Same.
We are
so
all
that-
definitely on a no-fly list.
I
No,
have
I'm
a story
good.
actually with that. So
What's your
last
story?
time I went on a plane was around 2017, right? So we get to the El Paso airport and we're going on a airplane flight to California. And whenever we're passing through, so the first whatever thing you pass through here, it doesn't have like the medical detector, right? You just basically get your ticket, your luggage, you pass through that. So I didn't even think to check my pockets. So when we get to the part where you're boarding the plane, or you're getting to the process of boarding the plane, and you have to pass through the metal detectors, I grab my phone, I grab my wallet, and then I reach into the back of my pocket, and there's a bunch of fucking bullets. I forgot
boy.
that I wore those jeans the last time I went to the gun to go shoot guns with my dad. And then we're in line. I just look at my dad and I say, I have fucking bullets in my pocket. And my dad's like freaking the fuck out. So I take that. So what I do is I act like I go down and I'm tying my shoe, and then I grab the little waist bin where they like you put your receipts, the wrappers, whatever. I grab the waist bin and just quickly throw all my bullets in there. And then I go through like nothing happened. And I don't know how I made it through there. So we go and we sit down and we're waiting for the plane, and it's about an hour, and I'm freaking the fuck out already because I'm like, what the fuck? I did that. And then after about 10, 20 minutes, the big emergency comes on the airport. Let it like whatever. It's just like on notice, we're on emergency, just whatever. Like they're letting them people know, like, hey, we're at a risk level. There might be something going on in the airport. And whenever they said that, I was like, motherfucker. And I went into the fucking airport restroom and just looked at myself in the mirror for a minute, like I'm a terrorist. And dude, this is before I was ever even into libertarianism. I was ever political. This was like 2017. So nothing was really going on for me at this point. Now, so like a year after that, my parents were already scared about that whole episode. So I think I talked about this to some of y'all one day in the chat, but whatever, I'll tell the story on the podcast. So I just was really interested in anarchism. I didn't really know much about politics too much other than like Republican, Democrat. So I thought, a good book to learn anarchism from would be the Anarchist Cookbook without really knowing what it was. So I saw it on Amazon and I ordered it, and
Watch
it
list
ended-
time.
So it gets to my house, and I open it up, and I was just like, "Oh, it's the book I got." And my dad sees it and goes, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And he just starts like getting pissed off, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna have this shit." And he's like, "You're on a watch list now. You're a terrorist. You're a terrorist." And for weeks, dude, he kept saying, I'm on a watch list. I'm on a no-fly list. Like all this shit for having a book. And I'm like this dumb little 17 or 18-year-old that's like, huh? Like, what? Like, a book can teach me this kind of shit? That kind of got me more interested in reading, if I'm going to be honest. But the thing that hurts the most was my mom, she pulled out the book one day because they kept it for a while. I have it now, but they kept it for a while. She pulls out the book one day and asks my big brother, do you think he's going to do anything? Like, what the fuck, Mom? You think I'm like a little fucking psychopath? God damn. And like I said, man, this is all before I was ever like a libertarian or anarchist. So like now I'm fucked. But back then I at least had a little clemency. Fuck.
It's interesting, the like free speech implications of that, because they can't outright ban books, but if they can ban you from doing like common activities and participating in normal society just
Because I ordered
purchasing certain books.
Honestly, though, I never thought about the fact that I might be on a no-fly list because I have not flown since I became an outspoken anarchist. So I don't know, man. I've never thought about that.
I've gotten my
tell you.
passport recently, but
You just
I have
gotta
no clue
find out.
either.
The last time
I
was
flew
almost exactly a year ago, so I should be okay because I didn't get stopped then.
Yeah, I flew a month ago, 2 months ago. It was fine.
Oh, I haven't flown. I haven't
flown in a
flown
while.
since February of 2018. And I was just dipping my toes in anarchism then, I think.
Back in February, I got my passport.
Well, this had to be like
Nice.
2018 for me then. Or, like I haven't flown since February or March of 2018.
Wow, dude, we're on a similar wavelength. We're like brothers.
Yeah. So he might be terrorist now, like, who knows?
I wouldn't doubt it. But
I mean, they don't tell
back
you.
to-
Like, they don't send you something in the mail, like, that lets you know, hey, just let you know, don't try and book any flights.
Yeah, exactly. They don't
Like,
tell
you
you until you
do
actually
all
get
these-
there.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
find out,
stupid.
like, oh, yeah, you can't fly. Like, why?
But no, Porter, when you're getting a first gun, I really would recommend getting an AR.
The 9mm, is that what you said?
No, because
Sorry, you
you're
cut
not
out.
21 yet, so you're not going to be able to get a handgun. I think you should start learning at the range by renting a 9mm. But when it comes to getting your first gun, I would also recommend starting with an AR in 5.56 or 2.23
Oh, okay, yeah.
because it's really it's more accurate. Number one, because you have 3 points of contact instead of just one with the handgun. Handguns are not very accurate. They are there as like your carry gun and as a last
did know that
means of
much,
defense.
I know basics about this stuff.
Yeah. But an AR has 3 points of you have one hand all the way up front on the handguard. You have one on the grip, and you have the stock on your shoulder. So it's very stable. It's very low recoil, and because the long barrel is more accurate than a handgun, and it's more powerful, and you have 30 rounds in there, or 30 plus 1. If you load one into the chamber, then reload a magazine to have a full 30. So
Yeah. Oh,
I would
another
recommend getting
complication
AR. Yeah.
is I'm left-handed, and I shoot left-handed.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah. Avoid
okay.
bullpups. Like any bullpup or rifle, just avoid them because, like, unless they have an interchangeable ejector, because I've heard of lefties burning their faces because
Yeah.
of the self-ejecting.
Because the
Not
ejector
fun.
port
That's
is
about the
right
only
there
thing.
next to your face. But you're unlikely to get a bullpup ever because they're not even that fun to shoot. They have very mushy triggers.
Yeah, but for like normal ARs, it's never been a problem for you still.
Yes. So 2 problems
Oh.
actually. Number 1, since the ejection port is on the right, sometimes I will burn myself with brass. One time it shot all the way to the other side of my neck somehow, and it burnt me. And the other way that happens is I'm left-handed, but I'm right-eye dominant. Because here's one of the things you got
Me
to
too.
learn.
Yep.
What eye is... So you're right-eye dominant as well?
Yeah, I shoot with both eyes open though.
So see, that is... So yeah. Eye dominance matters a lot. If you shoot with both eyes open, that can work. It can work out. But the issue arises when just ignore it. It's still Zoomer. the issue arises with sometimes with rifles. You can't really shoot with both eyes open unless you have an optic on there because of the iron sights. So if you're right eye dominant, I would suggest with a rifle training yourself to shoot right-handed. With a handgun, you can actually make it work. With eye dominance, the way I compensate with that when I shoot a handgun is I lean my head over, so my right eye is looking down iron sights. But with a rifle, if you're right eye dominant and left-handed, you have to retrain yourself to shoot right-handed with a rifle. So that's both beneficial and a mess at the same time. And it's going to make your learning curve a little steeper.
Yeah.
But it will pay off in the end. Because at the same time, when you do that, suddenly all the controls on the gun are in the normal place for you. So the slide release, the safety, all that's going to be at your right hand, where it's supposed to be.
That does make sense. Yeah.
So, but you and I, we have a curse. Being left-handed is already bad enough. Having fucked up eye dominance when you're left-handed is also a mess. But I would still heavily recommend getting an AR, especially since there's so many affordable options these days.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want. That's what I've been looking at.
Yeah. I would not get what Boogaloo Clyde had. That is a very shitty gun.
Wasn't planning on it, no.
Oh, Tim joined us.
He's a welcome guest,
dude.
Well, he's in the fucking gang, so yeah, he's welcome anytime.
He is. What time is it for him?
2:45 a.m.
Oh, dude, I didn't even know you were awake. We're just talking about guns and going off on some tangents here and there. So
But what are guns?
you're in
What are
Germany.
guns?
You can't even comment on this shit.
He
Have
actually
you ever
has,
fired
like,
a real gun, Tim?
No.
See, I have something on Tim, at least. I have fired a gun before.
Yeah.
All right, Tim.
Yeah,
Well, the day that
Tim's
you
a
come to
little
America,
worse than me.
the day you come to America, I'll take you shooting, Tim. Okay?
Yeah, I will
Yeah,
go to
the
Czech
exact
Republic
same
soon
day.
probably and shoot
That
some
won't raise
guns.
any red flags with immigration.
Yeah.
See, the Czech Republic is the only European country I'd ever move to besides Switzerland because of their gun laws.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're okay at least.
What about Liechtenstein?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Liechtenstein
Liechtenstein is
Do they have-
also
do
pretty
they have-
good.
good gun
and
laws in
maybe
Liechtenstein.
Poland for me.
I think you're
Poland, Liechtenstein.
in
Czech-
Liechtenstein. I think
Czech
you're even
Republic.
able to own like an not fully, but you're allowed to own some assault rifles.
Okay.
Well, I will go to
But,
bed now.
Peter, why don't you
Bye-bye.
tell us a little bit about Peter, why don't you tell us a little bit about the gun laws in Canada?
Oh, they're really weird because we don't have the whole NFA distinctions like you guys. But we have multiple levels of gun licenses here. So basically, it starts off with you have a PAL, which is just your regular possession and acquisition license, and then you have an RPAL, which is a restricted possession and acquisition license, and then you also have one for dealers, which is basically similar to a dealer in the United States that allows you to own like military style weapons, especially ones that are fully automatic.
Military
But,
stuff.
Yes.
Wait, you can own fully auto in Canada?
Only dealers. It's very weird though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, same here, basically. There's a few ways to
Basically,
get it,
yeah,
but
you're a government contractor anyways. You have to be in military, stuff like that. So it's basically impossible. And so as I was saying, with the RPAL, that's how you get AR-15s and handguns, while PAL is for general rifles. We also have magazine limits, so you're kind of forced to carry guns with rifles, I believe some rifles, handguns, it's 10 rounds. Rifles, it's 5 rounds. So yeah, we have these really tiny magazines. So our AR-15s, they tend to look a lot like California ARs. Well, not really. They're not as butchered, but they have...
Oh, yeah, dude. California ARs are disgusting.
Yeah. Here we don't have the whole NFA thing where you need this weird trigger thing. No. It's a lot more simple.
That's not an NFA thing.
Unless
That's a
with-
state regulation thing.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have stuff like that. Although some provinces here have stronger regulations. Like Alberta, you can't own crossbows.
Really? So
Yeah.
Lucky is fucked. So, do you see yourself ever going through those loopholes to buy a gun, Peter?
Possibly, yeah.
Just buy a 3D printer. That's my plan.
Well,
You should.
once I
But I
figure out how
think-
guns work.
Yeah, I
Once
think
get
you should
a couple.
get a normal gun first, Porter.
Yeah, that's the plan. But I do want to
'Cause-
get into 3D printing eventually.
Yeah, I would love to get into 3D printing, but you don't
Same.
even know how to field strip an AR, so you probably should, get a gun
See,
first.
that's what I'm saying. Gonna get a real one first, learn, then start.
Yeah, because ARs are very easy to field strip. Handguns are a little more difficult when you don't have the tools, depending on the gun. I don't own a Glock. Strider, do you own a Glock? Stratty?
What was that?
Do you
Stratty.
own a Glock?
Do I own a Glock? Yeah,
Yeah.
I do, but I don't ever use it.
How can you field strip them without a tool?
That one more time, you cut out.
Can you field strip them without like any special tools?
That I would not know. I've never done that with any gun, dude.
Huh? Really? I field strip my guns for fun when I'm just sitting around.
All right, so I have one more question. So walk me through the AK versus AR debate.
Ooh, AK's jam. AKs
Yeah, but they
are
look cooler.
they are durable as fuck, but they're problematic as fuck too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Glocks personally.
We're not talking about clocks.
Oh, we're not. What's up?
We're talking about.
Sorry, I got a call from my dad. What's
AR.
up? Oh, ARs.
Yeah, the 7.62 that has a harsh drop off, doesn't it?
Yeah, 7.62 has harsh drop. Wait, 7.62 by 39 or 54?
The AK1, yeah.
So by 39.
Yeah.
Yeah, those have pretty harsh drop off. AKs are there's something else. I would love to have an AK, but
Yeah.
that's more for a collector thing. I probably wouldn't put my life on an AK. I really trust an AR more.
Yeah, it would be
I
fun
hope
to
that pisses
scoop
off some
though.
AK fags. But I still stand by my statement. I don't like locks too much. They're a little fucking overpriced.
I do
And-
want to try
Oh, they're very easy to find
at
out
a
of
range if I
range.
get a chance.
They're not very comfortable to shoot either. They're not ergonomic. My dog is just chasing her tail right now from the fucking mirror. Dakota, stop it! Oh, she caught it. Okay. Okay, wait. Hold the phone. Stratty, you just said blondes don't do it for you?
We can't put this in the
Jane.
podcast.
God damn it, Stratty. Whatever.
Lady listens.
Oh, God, Monty. Oh, God. What the fuck, dude?
Am I wrong?
Oh, we're okay. This part's getting cut out.
Oh,
We're running up on about 35 minutes here. So I guess if anybody got any Porter, you got any questions about guns before we wrap up?
I think we should just cut this and just talk about this now. Like, we just get out the podcast, end it now. This is a more intriguing conversation.
It is, but let's
Alright.
get a good thing to wrap it up on. Okay. So Porter, any last questions?
No, I think that was it. I think you answered all my questions.
All right. So yeah, go buy
Stratty
an AR
is a
this week,
rhino.
buddy. Hide it in your dorm.
Oh yeah, what's an
Uh,
appropriate? I do have one more question.
Yeah. What's up?
What's an appropriate price range I should be expecting? 'Cause I haven't
What?
done too much research.
For an entry level AR, anywhere between like 450 and 700.
I
Wait,
wish.
450 and what? What you cut out?
700. $450 to $700 would be a decent price range for an entry level AR.
That's not bad at all. I got
Yeah,
paid that
I got
much
mine for about $650, and then like a year later, the price dropped almost $200. So,
Should buy one before the
But yeah.
value of the dollar spikes into the ground because of what
Yeah,
the Fed's doing
you
right now.
yeah, you can DM us later and ask for like rifle recommendations. So, but all right, so yeah. If any of y'all had any gun questions, I hope this answers some of them for you. This was it was a weird day today, so this was probably a slower episode, but it was chill.
Yeah.
You know,
Guns for dummies, yeah.
that's gonna be the episode title. All right.
All
Well,
right.
all right. Thanks for listening. Plugs will be in the show notes.